Okay, guys, so once again, I look really, 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 really bad. But this time, I'm actually sick. I'm actually home from work today right now. You need to go find something to do. Like, midnight is just all up on me right now, which I guess she's really happy that I'm home. My hair is like really bad because I went to sleep with it wet a little bit, which is not helping the fact that I'm literally sick. Um, but yeah, I figured I'm gonna make some videos today since I'm home. And I hate to like kind of just be in bed, even if I am sick. I really hate it. And you're probably like, then why'd you stay home? Because try making calls sounding like this. People don't put two and two together, and they're not like, oh, she's sick. They're like, well, what did you say? Can you speak up? I'm like, bro, I can't. The thing is, I can't. So I had sick time, so I'm just like, I'm just gonna stay home. Plus, like, I hate blowing my nose, being like sneezing, just being a mess at work, especially because like I work in an office. Like everyone's hearing all of this. Everyone's like, I that's gross. Like I don't like that. So yeah, I'm home and I'm like I said, I hate being in bed. I hate watching movies, which I know I should like I need to start doing. But I watch like telenovelas and stuff, so it's kind of like I am like watching stuff in a sense. Right now I'm watching Teresa. You know, like esa hembra es mala. Um, because I love the drama. Also, I just love like I'm not even gonna say what I love because if I say it, everybody's gonna be like, "There's something wrong with you," and clearly there is, guys. Duh. I tried asking everyone, like even in person, online, anything I should talk about on my podcast that has nothing to do with relationships or dating or BPD because it's all I've ever talked about ever on every video. And no one can come up with anything I could talk about. Is that all I am to you guys? My mistakes, my past, really. Uh, also, I promised Eric I wouldn't smoke for like at least, well, it really is like 2 weeks because it's before my trip. He said I couldn't smoke before my trip. So I don't know if you guys know, like the way your lungs kind of heal is by like coughing up phlegm. Like I don't know if you've ever guys had COVID before, but the aftermath is like you just coughing up a bunch of phlegm. That's your lungs healing basically from like the damage that COVID did to your lungs. It's the same thing as smoking, like the damage does to your lungs. So when you quit smoking, all you do is cough. So imagine that with a cold. I'm not. I'm coughing so much up. I'm like runny nose. It's just like really bad. And I feel really lightheaded. And I was supposed to take my medication. Should I do that right now? I'm gonna do that right now. Actually, guys, hold on. Okay. I took my medication already. Also, I guess that could be part of the video. It's not exactly BPD, but I feel like medication is so important. Like I know a lot of people shy away from it. I did at the beginning. Like I did not want to take medication at all, but it's just like I'm telling you, I would not be. I know that's like obviously, but I literally would not be where I am right now if it weren't for medication. Like I would probably be gone, far away, dead. And I'm being so serious. Like, oh, I hate how my hair dried. I'm so annoyed. I'm so annoyed. Whatever. But I'm so serious. Like, I know everyone hates medication. And honestly, like, sometimes I have conversations with my friends and stuff or like people that I know. And like, I can tell that there's still so much stigma around it. Like, even like, I love my friends and I love like having that conversation with people and I get it. I completely understand why there is a stigma around it. But I'm telling you, like the way I kind of learned about my BPD and like what I learned about it, it really like made sense and it made it more like clear to me why I really did need to be put on medication and why I need to be put on certain medication. And I'm not going to give advice on what medication to be put on. And obviously like I'm gonna kind of tell you what medication I'm on and why. Um, but I'm not gonna give you advice on what to be on, because literally every medication and every person, it all works differently. Like, I promise you, like, if you've tried different medication and it doesn't work out for you, if you know someone whose medication, like, I call it like just like a medication, like fucking, I don't know, it's just a mixture of medication. Sometimes like works perfectly for someone, it will not work for you, because everyone's medication, mixture of like pills and shit like that works so different for everyone. But yeah, um from what I learned, BPD is something that kind of develops through experiences and traumas, but also through like a kind of like a chemical imbalance. So there needs to be something. That's why like people can have traumas, and like I can have the same traumas and the same past experiences as someone else. Like, what the fuck is going on? I'm sorry, but what in the actual hell? What is happening? What is happening? Yeah, but I can have the same traumas and the same past experiences as someone else, and they can fully just not have BPD, and I do. But it's because there's like a chemical imbalance. There's something just chemically wrong in my brain that caused me to have BPD. And this can be like hereditary, like someone in my family has it, that now I have like a chemical imbalance, plus the traumas, plus the experiences I've had of childhood. That caused me to have BPD. And that made it clear for me, that made it like, and also just like when I talked to my psychiatrist about my kind of who my parents are, what they're like, and my experiences with my parents, they were like, okay, your dad has this and your mom has this. Yes, they fully diagnosed my parents. Yeah. And then I was like, oh, okay, so I got this from my dad, I got this from my mom. I'm not telling my parents what they have because it serves no purpose, right? But that's when it made sense to me. It's not like yes, obviously like experiences and traumas like that played into it. And that's why it's important to like recognize those things. It's like it's one and another thing. It's not just one and you have BPD. Like a lot of people like to claim that they have BPD because yes, they've had traumas, and yes, they've had abandonment issues and like things that like someone with BPD like experiences. But you also need that chemical imbalance to develop BPD. I'm saying that like it's like, yay, you also need no, it's the fucking worst. But that's when I was like, okay, so it is a chemical imbalance in my brain that I cannot control. It's the same thing as depression and anxiety and all these things that like are simply just a chemical imbalance in your brain. Like depression, like having major depressive disorder is something that it's obviously not something as simple as like I'm sad for today. It's like something that it like I love to say that it makes me feel fuck. Why like I'm on this medication, and it's like medication is so important. I'm on this medication that makes me just forget words. Like as simple as a word can be, and small as a word can be, it's just gone. I'm trying to think of the word. Let me think. Guys, can you believe I like searched up a bunch of synonyms and I cannot find a word for it? So it's, and I use it every time to describe how I feel, because like having depression is so like, oh, debilitating. Ah, okay, I got it. No, it's literally so debilitating. You can't do anything. It's the worst like thing. Anxiety is really bad too. I can't really like, it's pretty bad, but depression is like, wow. Wow, it's really really bad. But back to BPD. But yeah, just learning how like it's like really same thing with depression. It's a chemical imbalance in my brain where it's just like I do need to take medication to kind of add something in my brain, fix something in my brain, kind of give me that boost, or like, you know, so that I can actually function as a person. It's not something I can do, like it's not something I can like fix through changing my perspective. Like I know like that can help, and I feel like, and this is, I guess this is my own personal opinion maybe, and that's why I try not to base anything off this video, but I feel like the best way to go about just any really mental illness is a mixture of psychiatry and like therapy. Like you really do, it's, I'm not saying you need both, I'm saying it will, like in a state of like desesperacion, like you really do need both. And I'm telling you, like I got so bad, and I was very much like against being put on multiple medications. Like I was already on Lexapro, and I was already like, that's it, like, and it was a very small dosage. But as time went on, I was like, okay, I need something much more, like I need something else, like I do. And I try my best to let things kind of play out, and see how things work out on its own before I can like say like I need this and I need that. Because sometimes I catch myself doing that, where I'm like, oh, I'm really irritable, I wish like I could take a pill for something like that, and I'm kind of like, okay, like how about we just try to chill, like, you know. um so yeah, I just think that like, at least in my case, I really did need both, and I will always preach that both is really, 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 really important. Like so important. Like have I've grown a lot, like so much. And I think I honestly will say that it's definitely because I have medicated, and because I go to therapy every week. I had therapy, what was it? Today's Friday. I had therapy 2 days ago, and we had like a boom moment every time. You know, sometimes therapy, and that's why like even therapy in itself, like sometimes people are like, oh, I don't feel like I need it anymore, I feel like it's not doing much for me. Like it really takes a time. I feel like you have to be patient, and also you have to like be patient with trying to find the best therapist. I'm so fortunate and lucky, and I don't know if it's because I was so desperate that I like was so open to share everything, every little thought, every little feeling, that it went so well with my first therapist. But ever since I've met my first therapist, I've stayed with my same first therapist since then. But I will say, like, there are times that, like, I go weeks and months without really, like, feeling like it helps much, or, like, I feel like I don't want to share certain things, or, like, whatever. And then out of, like, nowhere, I have, like, this, like, need to, like, share something that opens my eyes to something else. And it kind of happens like that. You just have to really be patient, and be patient with yourself as well. Like, I feel like sometimes I feel a lot of shame with what I think, and I don't want to share it, but over time, like, I feel when it's necessary, I will. Wasn't say okay, and I'll share medications that I've been on, and kind of like a little bit about that. And then I have like smaller topics. Damn, is it already almost 20 minutes? Holy shit. Okay, so the medication that I'm currently on is still Lexapro, still a small dosage of. Okay, maybe I shouldn't share my dosage, or I guess it doesn't really matter, but I honestly don't know them, the dosages. I have to like take them out, and I don't want to do that. My hair is so annoying. Wait, hold on. So yeah, I'm on Lexapro, which is an antidepressant. I think I know what most of them are, but I honestly am not too sure. But yeah, Lexapro is obviously an antidepressant. That's the most popular one, and I've been on that since probably like 2020. Probably not that long, like 2025. So like maybe almost 2 years. I know I like got on it like with my break when I had my breakup So I know my breakup was almost 2 years ago. So um, I've been on that for 2 years now. So I'm on Lexapro. I'm on Caplyta, which is, I believe, mostly for major depressive disorder or for BPD symptoms. So I think so. Don't quote me on that. But Caplyta is a name brand, so it's an easy look up or search up. I am on that for more of like a mood stabilizer. So I'm on Caplyta, Lexapro, and Topamax, which Topamax is actually for headaches, but it's also used for a mood stabilizer as well. It was either that or I believe Lamictal, but Lamictal's one of their like what is it called? One of their whatever, it's known for weight gain. And with my psychiatrist, I've always stressed like if I gain weight, I will kill myself. Can I say that? Probably can't say that. Okay. I've always said, like, I've always stressed I don't want to be on medication that will make me gain weight because I already have a lot of issues, and I don't want like I don't want my self-esteem to be one of those issues because I've never had self-esteem issues. Well, actually, I've always had self-esteem issues. I That's the thing. Okay, the thing is, like, I like who I am as a person. I think I'm an awesome, amazing person, like personality wise. I've never had issues in that sense, but just physically, I've always been very insecure, and that's why I'm just like, don't put me on any medication that will alter that. I don't want to gain weight. I don't, none of that. Like, if you put me on a medication that will make me gain weight, you will need to lock me away. So don't do that. So yeah, so I'm on Lexapro, Caplyta, Topamax, and some vitamins, which have helped a lot. Honestly, I have been known my entire life for being so tired. Even Eric always says like, bro, you need your nap like all the time, like at least 2 or 3 naps a day. And I was like, bro, yeah. Like, I'm known for being tired as fuck. But vitamin D and vitamin B12 been amazing. And I have like the greatest, I'm telling you, like, I have the best crew. I have the best crew. My psychiatrist is amazing. My therapist is amazing. And even my primary care physician is amazing. I feel like I love you guys. I love you guys, but I feel like a lot of you are lacking in that medical care. Like, we're 20 something, we're in our adulthood, and it's not to shame you. It's just that, like, these are all things that are really important. And I know you'll get there within time of being like, okay, maybe I should go to the doctor. Maybe I should get my shots. But sooner rather than later it would be amazing, Because, yeah, I was, like, really worried. I'm like, I'm taking a lot of medication. I don't know what the side effects will, like, do to me, like, long term, like, So I really was investing in a good primary care physician. And I love my doctor. She takes blood tests. She takes tests all the time, all the time. And, yeah, she thought these vitamins were good for me, and they have been amazing. I feel alert and just alive. That, and on top of my medication as well. So anyway, I am on antidepressants and 2 mood stabilizers. I was on an antidepressant on its own for the longest time, but that caused me to be very manic. So I did a lot of questionable things because it made me very, very happy. And I was just having this conversation with Eric too, where I was just like, yo, I was my happiest when I was on Lexapro. And he was like, why'd you get off of it? Or why'd you? I'm still on it, but it made me too happy. It made me happy to the point where I did a lot of things. So we had to be put on a mood stabilizer so it can be like, okay, you're happy, but you need to chill the fuck out. So yeah, that's why I'm on a mood stabilizer, because I was doing a lot of impulsive things. And then once I got put on a mood stabilizer, I mean, I still do some impulsive things because I think that's just my character, but not like impulsive, like dangerous, like, I'm gonna say sexual impulsive things. Everybody knows BPD is known for sometimes going into sexual impulsive behaviors. That's one of the things that some people experience. Some people. And ever since I've been put on a mood stabilizer, I'm not like that anymore. So I really appreciate that, because it brought a lot of shame for me. So now I'm not like that anymore. So yeah, that's why I love medication. I've been on the same medication consistently for months now, and I don't see reason to change it. And I just haven't, but it did take a while. I tried Abilify, I tried alazapine or something like that. Alazapine made me very, very sleepy, and Abilify caused panic attacks like no other. I had like 2 or 3 panic attacks a day. So that's what I mean. Like, sometimes you have to go a little bit through hell to find the right medication for you. But look at me. I love my medication. I will not go without it. And from my experience, I believe it's truly worth it. And I'm telling you, those panic attacks were horrible. Horrible. And, but I would go through that experience again, just to be on the right medication. Because, being, like, going unmedicated for so long and struggling so much on a daily basis about little things, like I said, it's very debilitating. Like, you cannot function, and you cannot complete simple tasks, and you can't even, like, I don't know, it's just like, it really should not be that hard to live and function as a person. And I cannot believe I went through life for so long feeling so tired and frustrated with life and with myself. And it really took the right medication to feel like I can enjoy things. I can be a person and have good relationships with people. And for that, like, I would do it all over again. Like, even the bad breakups, the fucking just horrible experiences that I've been through, like, to be where I am now, and like, whatever, yeah, like, I don't care. I love who I am now, and I love what I believe in, and like my friends, and like my relationships with people, and how I carry myself. And that took a lot of work for me, like a lot of work. But I can, for like the first time ever, be like, I'm proud to know that I did that also for myself. Like, for the longest, because I have depression, you're like so easy to just be like, fuck all, bro. Like, whatever. I don't care what happens to me. I don't care if I'm happy, if I'm not happy, if I have good relationships with people, if people love me, if people don't love me. Like, I'm scum of the earth. Like, my life is shit. Like, whatever happens, happens, you know? So to be in that mindset for probably all of my 22 years of life, to now be in a state where I can just be like, you know, be proud of who I am and want to move forward in life, like, that is like the greatest gift that I've ever given myself, ever, in my whole entire life. So I hope that that's like motivation enough for anyone, because I'm telling you, like, depression is fucking horrible, obviously, but that's really just how you think and how you feel every day when you wake up and before you go to sleep, and worse when you have something horrible going on in your life. So yeah, that's me preaching about medication. But I have like small topics to talk about, which I don't even know if I should, because it's like 25 minutes. You know what? I'll save these topics for another day. I think that was important enough to discuss, and important enough to make a whole video about. And it wasn't about dating, and it kind of slightly was not about BPD. It was about medication and my experience with that. But yeah, I'm telling you, it was not easy. Like I said, I had panic attacks after panic attacks with Abilify, and I was on that medication for maybe like just a week, because you kind of have to at least give it a week. But I just couldn't after a week. Like some people say, like after a week maybe it like goes away, but I could not. I was at work and I was losing it, so I just couldn't. But yeah, a lot of restlessness, a lot of spamming people and being like, why don't you love me? That's been me my entire life, honestly, though. It's just begging people to love me, and I'm done with that. So a little topic about dating. Like I was talking to my mom about it yesterday, because she's like, she wants me to have a boyfriend so bad. And not a boyfriend, she wants me to have the boyfriend. I don't know what I don't know if you can take what that means, or like I don't know if you know what that means, but that means something to her or whatever. And I'm just like, no. Like I become the most insecure person when I'm with someone. Like I'm begging for love, I'm begging for attention. I'm insecure. I don't know what's going on in the relationship, in their head, in my head. No. I'd rather just not ever do that again. So yeah. Like I love my mom and I know she wants what's best for me, and sometimes I want to bite the bullet and just, is that the phrase? And just go for it. But then I think, no, bro. I can't do it. I don't trust anything or anyone or myself. And I'm really happy. And like I said, it took a really long time to get here. And you guys, watch the whole video. You know what it took. And I just don't want to be that insecure person that's in love, and like, and not knowing if the other person's in love, and then like begging for like basic respect, and like it's just like not worth it, I feel like. And I understand like love is something that I've also always looked for, but I feel like for the first time I'm trying to see life for something way more than just love, and I feel like my third eye has opened. Like, I'm just kind of like, wait, wait. I kind of don't care for it at all, actually. Um, so that's where I'm at. So yeah, I hope this video is very helpful. Because I know like it's really hard to get started, or like know if you should. But honestly, like I tried everything. I did everything. I talked to my psychiatrist. I did group therapy. I did normal therapy for like 2 years now. I haven't got the DBT workbook, which I did write in it. Yeah, just like reading back, like I can't believe that's how I used to cope. Yeah, a lot has changed. And I hope a lot can change for other people too, because something's gotta give, So, yeah.